So, but anyway, good win. Two things about our team. I think we're, at least to this point, we're a very good defensive team. That's been our identity. That is our identity. We've got to hang our hat on the defensive end. Even in the Tennessee game, we really defended. We just, that's got to be who we are. East Carolina's a good club, well coached. Coach Dooley's going to have that program turned around in a hurry. I'm a big fan of Coach Dooley. He's got a great staff. He's got good players. So they're very, very good, very well coached. And the second thing, so through us defensive, that's our identity. And then secondly, we are going to live by the three-point shot this year. I just hope that we rarely die by it. And it got us on versus Tennessee, but we're going to shoot threes, and when we're making threes by multiple guys, and if we hold true to our defensive mindset, we got a chance to have a really good season, and that's who we're going to be. So when we're making threes, it just ups our chances to win. Bottom line.
You got off to a slow start, and I think one of the players mentioned he felt maybe the team took them a little too lightly. Is that what you saw, or was it?
No, I didn't think anything about taking lightly. I just think that we just, these are not they're not robots. They're 18 to 22-year-olds that are just, they're human beings, and the game's a game of energy and emotion, and we had a little slow start, and East Carolina was had a better start than we did, and they we were careless with the ball, and East Carolina had more competitive excellence to start the game. After a little bit there, then our defensive intensity picked up, and we had better competitive excellence that got us going. But that's a credit to East Carolina. The way the game started, that's a credit to East Carolina. So, and then our intensity and our energy. I've said we've got to be perfect in two areas. That's discipline. That's knowing your job and doing your job. So I always tell the guys, do you know your job? And then you got to do it. And then, motor. And that's 100% effort, 100% of the time. And I'm like, that first 5 minutes, we weren't giving 100% effort, 100% of the time. So, and that's why we were down a little bit. Our team, we have to be perfect in discipline and motor. Our motor's got to be that energy, that motor, that internal drive. We have to be perfect at every time we step on the floor.
That 19-3 run that got you going, was that maybe the best offensive stretch you've seen thus far this year?
Yeah. I mean, look, we were 9%. We were 9 for 17 from three. We moved the ball. Some of our offense, we were doing some drive and kick stuff that resulted, when you're driving, you're not getting as many assists. That's why we're a little bit lower in assists today. Obviously we had 18 turnovers, which is too many. But look, we're going to shoot threes, and as long as they're good threes, our feet are set, we make them, we'll be a really good team, and we're going to live offensively on the three-point shot.
You defended well all three games, as you suggested. For the first time, fouls weren't an issue tonight. Nobody fouled out.
No.
How big an emphasis has that been?
Well, we got to
whatever it takes to not foul.
Yeah, we got to defend without fouling. I mean, James has to be better at just continuing to be, more disciplined with his defensive, not getting a foul, even dropping his arm. Same thing with AD. So, but we have fouls, and I'm going to play multiple guys. But we were better today, and we cleaned up some last 2 days of work of defending without fouling. So, but we just got to keep guarding the ball. That's important. Guard our yard. I talk about it all the time. You got to be able to guard it for 2 dribbles. Got to be able to guard it, and just got to play. Got to be at a high level defensively, which we did. For the first 3 games.
You got some transition threes tonight that kind of seemed like some real momentum killers.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about that?
When you make threes, you're just a better coach. It's just about as simple as can be. I know that I'm a better coach when that ball is going in, and it's just it is what it is. So it's a make and miss game, and I do know that's what I'm saying. We're very black and white with our team. We have to be perfect in our defense, and that's the motor, and that's the discipline of our, you know, what you're taught. And then we're going to live by that 3-point shot. Hopefully we make a lot. We had 9 3-stops in a row today. Obviously we held to 35% from the field and 11% from 3. So those are good numbers.
Do you think the shot threes were coming more in rhythm?
Well, we're better shooters when you're in rhythm and your feet are set and your feet beats the ball, as I like to talk about. But there were some open looks we had in Tennessee. We just missed them. So just a better, like I said, you know, when that shot goes in, everything's better.
Kurt's kind of earning more of a focal point, and partially because.
Well, I was proud of Kurt today, you know, because he didn't play well versus Tennessee. Part of he didn't play well. He was too focused on his offense, and then it resulted in him not playing good on the defensive end. We don't have anyone on our team that can't rely on every survivability in the basketball world, and it has to be through defense. And their offense comes through defense. And today he didn't let a missed shot or a turnover affect him. His mindset was different than it was in Tennessee, and he played better. And so Kurt's been good. I mean, besides the Tennessee game where he struggled, he's been really good. But another example today, just like Lamar, he was locked in on the defensive end, and he got his energy from that. And when his feet are set, you know, he's a really good 3-point shooter.
He and Jose dug out some defensive rebounds too, probably the best in 3 games.
You guys know this, as I've said it over and over and over. I believe the most important thing in a team is guard rebounding, sticking their nose in there and coming up with tough, hard-nosed rebounds. And teams that have their guards stick their nose in there and come up with hard-nosed rebounds and not afraid to crack back. We talk about cracking back. Those are good teams. And that's, I've always prided myself on that. I mean, when guards don't stick their nose in there and come up with tough, hard-nosed rebounds, you're just not as good. And it's my 10th year as a head coach, and that's just an automatic non-negotiable. If you don't do that, you're coming out. And so, but Jose and Kurt stuck their nose in there, and when you do that, you just play better because it's a fighting mentality, just high-level competitive excellence and high level of just toughness.
You saw a little bit of that from Wright and Moore as well when things got a little scrappy. I imagine that was good for you to see Moses get down on the court and get physical.
No, we got, Moses is going to continue to get better, and he got to start tonight. Evan Cole had a bummed ankle, so he got to start, did some good things, and he'll continue to get better, just continue to get more time and continue to get better. You just got to keep things simple, keep it just coming to him, and he'll be fine. And so, but I really like this team a lot. I was glad I was able to get everybody in today, so just continue to get guys experience. I really like this team. We got a great group of guys. They're a fun team to coach. They're a fun team to watch because they play hard, they defend. Look, obviously, our first year here, we were just an elite defensive team. But last year we were a good defensive team, not like the first year we were elite. And I'm hoping we can get back to that. We'll see. Time will tell, but we'll see if we can get to that. But I really like this group. I think they're an exciting group to watch, and they're going to play hard and compete every night in, night out.
Kind of going off of that, you're able to play big a little bit with Moses and James and AD. I kind of wanted to know what you thought of that combination.
Yep. I wanted to see what it looked like. I thought it was good. I mean, it was good length in there doing that. It might affect some things what we run offensively. It might be a little different on what we want to do offensively, but there's a lot of good you can take out of that on the defensive end because you just have great length. And you should be a good rebounding team from that too.
How helpful has it been to have DeVoe and you're able to rest Jose in the second half? These were the games where he kind of got some bad minutes last year where he was maybe playing a little too much.
Yeah. No, it's good, and that's just part of, Kelly, that's just part of the as you're moving along in the program, trying to get more depth, so you have, more players that there's no drop off, and that's just part of, you're building towards that, and so it was good, and I think, Jose's more rested too. He's able to get his feet set, and make more threes later in the game as well.
Curtis was saying something about, I'm not sure if you were there now, but he was kind of getting on his teammates, reminding them about Grambling State. Did you hear that? And you kind of sense of having some?
Yeah, no, Kurt did a great job after the first media timeout. He jumped the guys, and it was good. He had great leadership on there. Guys like Kurt, they've got a good feel for Kurt. He did a good job, and he had good leadership. We had a couple tough losses last year. Part of it was just a lot of young guys, and you can speak to your blue in the face, about how every possession matters, but the best way for people to understand that is through experience. And that's why I've said, getting old and staying old is the best way to move forward in this progression of the program.
Imagine that you must like that guys are kind of being their own police officers.
And that's part of getting older. He would not have done that a year ago, but that's just part of experience, and that's what we've got to do moving forward.
What's the prognosis for Revan?
I just probably day by day. We'll be ready for Wednesday. It'll just depend on, we're off tomorrow and we'll go start again on Sunday. So just day by day.
How do you approach you got a quick turnaround next week? A little bit.
Well, we're off tomorrow, and let's go beat Virginia. It's a big game tomorrow. So, if you haven't bought tickets, you can put that out there. Send them, you tweet that out that I said you haven't bought tickets. Please buy tickets for tomorrow's game. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that being said, it's sort of like an ACC kind of deal, because there's going to be times where you play on Thursday, Saturday, or you just got to, or if we were fortunate enough to be in the NCAA tournament, it could be the same way. You got to deal with it.
I guess that's where it helps actually having numbers that you can feel comfortable playing.
Absolutely, you can go a little deeper on that as well.
Because that seems where you kind of ran into a brick wall last year. And
looking back, anytime when a year's done, you're always going to self-reflect, and if I obviously can't do it again, but I just should have shut Ben down early, just let him get healthy for the first this week or two. He wasn't healthy, and I just played him 40 minutes. I rode him like crazy, and God bless him. Probably should have let him just get healthy, and that would have allowed some other guys to go, and we would have been better later. But those are things that you live and learn, and if we probably played a little more guys last year, it would have helped, later on. But look, we still had, later in the year, we still finished with some good wins and all that. It just, we had some games where literally we were playing 4-on-5, not because Ben was so hurt, it was hard, even watching the film back at that. So, but that's just part of the reflection. So like you said, trying to play more guys. I played 11 guys legit minutes tonight of the 11, because Evan couldn't play, so 11 guys got great minutes.
And no one over 26, I guess.
Yeah, and we're off tomorrow. So we got football tomorrow, and then the women play Georgia on Sunday at 2:00. And I think it's $1. Is that our free tickets, or how does that work? I don't. Or Cindy, do you know?
If you have a ticket from the Virginia game, it's $1.
Okay, the ticket from the Virginia football game is only $1 for Sunday's game versus Georgia. So go Jackets.
Both got knocked out by the cheerleader. You're coming on the floor, and they were on the floor. I got quick reflexes. You're guarding your yard.
Thankfully, you know why I was able to miss that? Because I got a haircut. I was lighter on my feet.